Hello everyone, welcome back to Old Dad's Modeling Mess. And in today's video, I'm making a really handy, useful tool. I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to building and painting these kits and stuff like that, I run into issues where the holders and stuff like that when you go to paint your kits are, for me, they just don't work. I don't have good luck with them. You know, you got the little piece of wood that's got the alligator clamp. You know, that works great for holding wheels and stuff like that. And if you're brave enough, you know, you can put a bunch of those in there to hold the bigger pieces and stuff. But for me, when it comes to the hull, that's where I really have issues. You know, I don't trust those other things good enough. I've had bad experiences with them. I know that there's things out there, you know, that's got multi arms and bend in all sorts of weird, goofy directions and stuff, but they cost money. This for me was free. Yeah, why spend money if I can do it myself, right? So when it comes to hulls, I absolutely refuse to drill a hole, glue a nut on there so I can stick this handle that's got a bolt in it up inside of it, you know, to hold it. I I don't like doing the bottle or can or the flat little tray thing with some bluetack, you know, either on the bottom of the hull or inside where the turret's supposed to go. I've never had good luck doing that. So when I was working on my King 34 kit, I came up with an idea, and that's what I'm cutting out right now. This is actual real-time speed. So you're actually seeing this in real time. I haven't sped it up or nothing like that. Now, the arms are these little triangle pieces, and there's a slot cut out in there that slides over the pins that the wheels go onto. Okay? And like I was saying, when I was working on my King 34 build, I measured everything and I cut the holes out perfectly and all that, and it worked flawlessly. Absolutely no issues with it except for one. I wasn't thinking when I did it, okay, because I don't know about you, but I have several kits and things were going really good. I was waiting for the paint on the T34 to dry, and I had some other parts that were drying and stuff like that. So from time to time, I'll break out my elephant and I'll tinker with it. And so I figured, this would be a good time to put the oxide red primer on it. And so I went to use that, and it didn't work. And it's because I cut the holes out for the T34. So it works great when it comes to T34s, but then because I did that, it you know, allowed me to realize where I made a mistake. So I hopped back in Lightburn, made some changes, and that's what I'm cutting out now is the universal edition of this. So it will work on pretty much any 1/35th scale model there is. And it's just a handle, and it's got two arms that have slots in them that allow it to slide out, in and out, you know, from side to side, that hold the little triangle arms that go over the running gear wheel pins. And as you see here at the end of the video, it works great. I put this together, and like I said, this is in real time, so it's not sped up. There's nothing skipped, except for where I stopped this video here from where I cut it out at, and then I start to put it together. There's maybe like a 3 or 4 minute gap there because I had to pick the pieces up off the tray there and then put them over on my build table and then move the camera from here to my build table. So, I mean, but other than that, I cut it out, I go over to my table, and I put it together, and then I actually attach it to the elephant, pick it up, and hold it upside down and sideways and stuff like that. So it will actually work pretty much for, as I was saying, any 1/35th scale kit. And it's almost done cutting out now. Right now it's cutting out the 3 wooden washers. There's 2 regular ones, and then there's one that's got the inside hole cut out for the nut that I use, or the bolt. Excuse me. And I think it's really cool. I really do. So here I'm knocking out the parts. Normally they just fall right out, which is absolutely great. A lot of times I'll use a little file here to pop the piece loose and out and stuff like that. As you see that big part down there where my thumb is now, that's the groove where the wheel pins go. This is the part that glues to the triangle to make the arms. It'll probably make more sense once I start to put them together. But there's the washer that's got for the nut, and then just 2 regular wooden washers. The reason for the wooden washers is if you were to, and I know this because I did it with the T34, if you use metal ones, you kind of have to hold on to the nut while you're tightening it. With the wooden ones, they grab on pretty good to the other piece of wood, and it holds it pretty well, so you don't have to do that. You can tighten it up with one hand while you're supporting the model and making sure that the arms are actually over the pins. So here I use wood glue, and then I use a little bit of super glue just to give it that hold until the wood glue dries. And there is one spot where I did pause the video for, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and that's where I put the washer that holds the nut onto the other washer, and it's just because it didn't line up straight. So I just paused the video, I popped the 2 pieces apart, and then I re-glued them back together. You'll see it. I'm sure it's coming up here shortly. But there's one arm there, and then I do the same thing with this one here, except get a little bit of extra glue on there. And the real reason I use the, like I said, the couple drops of super glue is because you'll see right here that sometimes if you don't do that, the part can come loose on you, I guess, or fall out like this does here. You'll see here in just a second. I go to, yep, there it is. It just falls right off. And not that it's bad or anything like that. It's just that, you know, it's wood glue. It takes a while to dry. So, you know, putting that little bit of super glue on there just holds it in place, makes sure that it doesn't dry or fall apart while it's drying, I should say. The tongue twister today. Wow. But as you can see, clean up the extra glue. Just trying to be fancy there, I guess. I don't know why. And then now the 2 long pieces here, that's the handle. I cut grooves out in them because I wanted it to be somewhat strong. I need to make a holder that that I can set that in when I'm waiting for stuff to dry. Because right now I'm just using one of those big squeezy clamp things uh, to hold it at the base. You'll see here. Well, you won't see it, but you'll see the handle itself. It clamps right onto the bottom of the handle, and it holds it fine. But it would just be nice not to have you know that when I can make one. I guess I like tinkering with this stuff, so you know. But I do the same thing here with this. I just add a couple drops of super glue, and it actually, I think this is one of the coolest and handiest things I've made in a long time. Besides, like my paint holder trays and stuff like that. But just for you know something that's actually just for the modeling and stuff like that. This is for me was really really handy and uh, works the best so far. I'm sure that there's some fancy dandy thing out there. I don't know if I said it before. I'm sure there is, but it costs money. This was free, so why not? Yeah, as you can see there, it didn't quite line up right, and I was trying to squeeze it before it started to stick in there. Uh, so I paused it here, and then I just took my razor knife and ran down the seam and popped it loose, and then stuck it back on there. Uh, Now I'm going to glue the nut in there, and like I said, uh, by using the wood washers, you'll see that I can tighten this up with one hand, and that's huge in my book, because now I don't have to fiddle with stuff or worry about it breaking or anything like that, or one of the arms moving on me or anything like that, because I actually start to put it together now and put it on the elephant. So I take this here, put that on, and you'll see how it all works. I'll post some, I guess, I'll post a couple of pictures, still pics, glamour shots or whatever you want to call them, here at the end of the video, because that'll give you a better idea of exactly how it goes and works and stuff like that. It's really hard to explain, so hopefully the pictures will work for you. But as always, guys, thank you for watching my videos. If you do like this sort of stuff, please don't be afraid. Drop a like and a comment down below. If you're not already, consider subscribing. That really helps out a lot. It helps the channel grow, and we're growing pretty good. We're over 230 something subs so far, so we're well on our way to hitting 500 subs by the end of the year. So keep it up. You guys are doing awesome. Channel does have a Discord, so as the same as it is with subscribing, it's free. There are channels in there for you guys to post pictures of your own builds, and trust me, can't stress it enough, we have some absolutely awesome builders in there. Make my stuff look like total trash. And come in, hang out, have some fun. So again, link is down in the description below. So as you can see how strong that is already. Until the next video, guys, I will see you later. Bye-bye.